Loading Up Podcast. Game on.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the 100th episode of the Loading Up Podcast. I'm your host, Producer Jay, along with both of my co-hosts, Brother Tay.
Just the devil's sneezes.
Yeah, our brother's, he's suffering over here with these allergies. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the other brother.
I was waiting for you to respond.
You wait for you. What do you want me to say?
Nah.
You say no. I'm not dying from allergies. He's 50 times in 5 minutes. Get up, leave me die.
And he's still here with us.
And he still made it because this is a monumental episode. Brother Zay, sorry.
What's going on? I'm here too. No allergies, but I'm here.
Yeah, I don't got allergies either, so.
I was waiting for that.
But yes, this is a very huge milestone for us. We have been doing this for a little over 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
We missed a few weeks here and there, but all in all, we've been able to make it to this big milestone. And as you saw in the beginning, we changed things up. We got a new intro, which is voiced over by the legendary Jeff Steitzer. If you're not sure where he's from, if you kind of recognize the voice, he's actually the multiplayer voiceover for Halo and has been since the very beginning. And he was gracious enough to lend his voice to our podcast for our intro. And I gotta tell you, when he first sent that video of doing the voice, I felt like a little kid again. Because
Absolutely. It sounds so amazing.
Yeah, just hearing his voice is so nostalgic, and man, I can't get over it. But
W's in the
yes,
chat for Jeff.
yes, thank you so much.
Sugar.
He's
Thank
also,
you, Jeff.
if you wanna thank him, actually thank him, you can go check out his Cameo, and he can record all sorts of voices or sorts of things that you want him to say, and it's a pretty cool thing that he's doing. So we thank him. In addition to thanking, we do have sponsors that we should thank. W Energy, they have been with us for a while. Look in the description. You can save some money off of your first purchase. NordVPN, which I actually I'm getting more out of it now because I never mentioned it. So I have my internet service provider. They sent me, because I have fiber internet, they sent me, or when I got the service, they gave me their own modem, but I can't really do much with it. So I was kind of stuck with the basic settings, and for a while I was just it's not that big of a deal. It's whatever. I'm hardwired with my PC and my consoles anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But recently, my wife has been wanting to watch a lot of anime. She's been an anime kick.
Nice.
And
Which one?
she runs through them like they're freaking candy. And
As they are.
But yeah, they're also short. That's why. So she goes through them and watches them quick. So she wants to keep going, The problem is that a lot of the anime that she wants to watch isn't available readily on any of our streaming services that we have, and we don't want to buy or not buy. We don't want to get more subscription services. So we are using NordVPN to change our location so that way we can watch all the anime that's in Japan, that's on Netflix. I got a router that supports it, and that's what we've been doing. So NordVPN, you can travel the world from the comfort of your own home. But yes, it definitely comes in handy. So if you're looking to get NordVPN, definitely check them out in the description. We thank them too. Also, Starforge PCs. You can get all your custom gaming PC needs because everything is moving to PCs nowadays. So might as well jump on the bandwagon now. Yes, so we thank our sponsors, and we thank you for supporting them. That being said, what have you guys been playing? We'll start with Brother Zay this time.
Oh, yes. So, all right, I'm still having trouble with Oblivion. I thought my wife fixed it. I was happy for like a day, and then it messed up again. So screw Oblivion. No,
Oh,
but
your issue with your save issue?
yeah,
Or
it's still messing up. So.
The man is struggling. Know what you do
Facts.
about it.
I also dabbled in Towerborn, and then I dabbled in. I've been playing, of course, Call of Duty, some more Expedition 33. I've been a little bit all over. I'm currently downloading Doom: The Dark Ages on Game Pass. I'm super excited for that game to come out.
Well,
And I've also been playing. I haven't said much about this game because it's kind of weird. My wife thought I was playing Power Wash Simulator because I'm over here cleaning, but nope, it's Crime Scene Cleaner Simulator. So there's
she's
like
you
this
playing
blood
Power Wash
everywhere.
without me?
Yeah, there's like this blood everywhere, and I'm picking up bodies. And my wife is like, what are you playing? And yeah, so I'm just out here cleaning up murder scenes for mobsters. It's been really fun.
it's like Power Wash Simulator adjacent, you know?
It is.
It is.
Get a whole power wash machine, so
Yeah,
that's what I've been
that's
doing.
cool. That's cool. Brother Tay, what you been playing?
I've been interrupting my roommate playing South of Midnight.
Oh,
Nice.
So that's what
what are
I've
your
been doing.
thoughts? Well, you haven't played it yourself. Your roommate was playing it, right?
Yeah, she was playing it, and I was like I would like interrupt it from time to time. Stuff.
You should play it.
I would have to steal her things. Not really
No.
steal. She'll let me use it technically by axe. But
Just all you need is a controller and just play it on cloud.
I know, but like, oh no, she has like a mini. So something happened to her gaming PC that it's not working. So she bought a mini, like a portable PC console thing. It looks like a Switch, but it's not. I don't know.
Oh, is it a ROG Ally?
Like, yeah.
Oh,
So she bought. So that's how she's been playing her PC game. So I see her play it in the fall, and I just come over and like press buttons sometimes. But I also watch. It looks. Like I told you, it's. I didn't.
Tell her welcome to the club.
If we put to vote right now, would it be my game of the year prediction? It'd be that and Split Fiction. To be fair.
Oh, interesting.
Those are good choices.
They are.
Yeah, no, those are really good choices. I almost went because like before I decided to get into Clair Obscure, I debated on if I should do South of Midnight, and I actually have it installed, but I never actually opened it.
South of Midnight would be a little bit faster.
It would be, and I
was. The ancestors would be so disciplined. Oh, dude.
Chose a French game over a Southern Black history game, or Black folklore, I should say.
They helped you come to this nation. We helped. I'm sorry.
That's good though. I've been playing more Clair Obscure, obviously. I've also been getting. I feel like I've been playing more Baldur's Gate 3.
I've been seeing you, and every time I do, I'm so proud.
We're in Act 2, or it's Act 2, right? Not Chapter 2, Act 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got very far. We're in the Shadow Curse Lands.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we got past there. We're now exploring that area now.
Yeah.
So
my thing is explore this area, explore, because there's a lot of places you can't go, but there's also a lot of places you can go. It's very like before you get to any of the main missions, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, so that was one of the things, like when we were in Act 1, we were exploring everywhere, and that's how we ended up in a higher level area than we probably should have been. Like we were level 2 fighting level 5 enemies, and I'm just like, oh no. Now we're level 6 and we're fighting level 8 enemies. I'm just like, oh guys, like we can't. But the great thing is that we just I can spoil it, right? Like
it's been a year and a half. You can spoil.
Yeah. Okay. So I reached this part like where we meet this doctor.
Doctor,
yes.
doctor.
And he like we we did the dialogue options or whatever, and we started fighting him.
Yes.
And he was like level 9, I think he was.
Yeah, he's
And I
hard.
was like, oh my God. He had almost 300 HP. I was like, we're not doing this. So obviously we tried, but we lost. So
Oh
we
my
tried
God,
again.
Alex.
Luckily, we saved like right before. Like literally as the conversation started, I saved. I did a quick save.
Nice.
So
Smart.
we ended up finding a way to, well, like through the conversation, to have the nurses that he has around him
Yep.
kill him.
Yep.
And like just through conversation, we convinced him to have his nurses kill him.
Yep. You
And-
can. There's so many ways to do that whole quest. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, so I'm surprised because initially I saw the option to have the nurses kill themselves, like attack themselves, and I was like, okay, that'll make it easier. At least we can all focus on him. But then we saw that option as well, and I was just like, oh, what if? But then the roll was like 21, and we were just like, oh, how the hell are we gonna get 21? But luckily we had a bonus, which was like +3, and we had just happened to get like 19, and we did it.
Ooh.
So
I mean, I'm guessing you're probably not playing with the rolls on. I forget the name of the setting, but it's like
the automatic rolls or something.
no, not automatic rolls. It literally is like it's karmatic rolls. So like, if you have good karma, right, you may get good rolls. But if you have bad karma, you may get bad rolls. So
Really?
yeah. So you're probably not playing with that setting on, and which
I don't think so.
yeah. That one it makes it tougher. Because
That's
if you're doing
interesting.
great in the game, maybe you'll get some good rolls. Or if you're doing bad, you're not doing so well, you get some bad.
You know what? I feel like that's like I don't want to say it's cheating because obviously like save scrumming is kind of cheating if you think about it.
True.
But I guess it I don't want to say it cheapens the experience, but it makes it less.
I mean, experience is
fun.
hard already for Baldur's Gate,
Yes.
especially for people who aren't used to that type of gameplay with the rolling the dice and everything. So I guess it's just a way to bring more people into that genre and to become playing it.
Yeah, you're right. But it's funny because like during like conversation rolls, I tend to get a little bit higher, or at least close to high, like at above 10, normally. But whenever I'm doing like unlocking doors or anything like that, which I'm a rogue, I'm proficient in it. I have like a bunch of thieves tools and stuff like that. I always get like 1s and 2s, and I'm just like, why? I'm wasting my freaking thieves tools. I mean, thankfully I have like 15 of them, so I'm fine. But still, it's so annoying. It's like, why?
Who do you have in your party?
So I'm a rogue, but actually I just updated to a secondary class to be a druid.
Okay.
Just so I can have more abilities. And then my wife, her character is a barbarian.
Okay.
And then I also have well, we interchange our party a lot just based on like what our needs are.
Yeah.
But recently I've had Karlak as my thing because I'm doing her quest. And then my wife interchanges either Shadowheart or Will.
Okay. If you
And I know
want to,
Shadowheart gets like a bonus, like a plus D4 for something, but I forget.
did you get in your party the vampire? What's his name? I forget.
Oh, Astarion, yes.
He's really good at like lock picking and stuff like that. If you want somebody on your
Well,
team,
yeah, because he's also a rogue.
yes, but he's really good. Like,
Really good.
he's really good. I used him for my party consisted of Astarion, Karlak, Lae'zel, and Shadowheart. On my solo playthrough, along with my character. That was my party. I went through damn near the whole game with just them. And
Would it be good to have 2 rogues? No,
I mean, it depends on the playstyle. One could be like a sneaky archer, Or one could be like an
Oh.
assassin. He'll like disappear. You can make Asterion an assassin if anything.
That's
There
interesting.
you go.
You can balance it out that way.
I will keep that in mind next time I come into lock stuff, because I'm proficient in it, and like I'm pretty good at it. It's just for whatever reason I get low rolls. I don't know
Suck
why.
at the rolls.
It
I
doesn't
suck
sound
at
like
the rolls.
you're proficient if you fuck it up. to be
I
fair.
mean, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I would have thought being a rogue, I would have gotten better rolls, or at least like advantage on him.
I'll give
But,
I'll give you another tip. If you want somebody to, like you said, you had Shadowheart in there.
Mm-hmm.
If you change her class up,
Loki, the Shadowheart is the GOAT. Like, she comes in clutch all the time. Like, she has all the healing spells, all the like heavy damage spells.
she can be better if you rework
Really?
her. Yeah, if you rework her class, she could be even better. Like, once you get to learn her class and rework it, it's absolutely insane what you could do with Shadowheart. That's why
She could
she
be
was with me the
better.
whole time.
Yeah. No, because I
That's so
make
wild.
fun of my wife because she wants to have Will in our party, and I'm just like, yo, Will
Ew.
is trash. Yes, thank you. I said
It's
the
her-
same thing. I'm just like, why? He's
No
whack.
offense to Will. Will's a cool character.
His
not-
story
Sounds
is
like full of
interesting.
fits. It sounds like full of fits to this character right now.
It's just not. He's not as interesting or fun to play with as Lae'zel or Shadowheart or even Karlach.
Yeah. I just, his story is interesting. I like the whole like Mizora stuff, but it's just like, you gotta have better abilities, bro. Like, I don't know. But
That's funny.
anyway, that's my Baldur's Gate stuff. Like, I'm still working my way through that.
I love these updates, by the way. Fantastic.
Yes,
Well-
yes. Trust me. Like, there's so much stuff is going on. Like, we also we got to the Last Light Inn, and then all of a sudden we started, like, we didn't even, like, I guess maybe we just weren't paying attention. We started hearing this voice that it was just like a little girl, or it sounded like a little girl, that she kept saying, "Oh, like
Excuse
me,
me?
oh my, oh me," and I'm just like, where is this coming from? I thought it was like a glitch or something, and I'm just like, why is it won't shut up? Like, it literally, we're walking around and it's just like little voices. It keeps talking to us, and we found out that it was one of the items that we had. There was a pixie trapped inside of it that we had to let go, and we didn't realize.
How did you not realize?
I don't know.
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know, because I think, like, right after we got the item, we went into a battle, and I think that's why. So, like, during the battle, we kept hearing it, and we thought it was just like a glitch or something. I don't know.
So,
but
like, maybe what kind of slave bastard are you right now? What the fuck is going on with you, brother?
I don't know.
Did she give you something after you freed her?
Hey, yo.
Yes, so she gave us the what is it?
Oh, right.
The blessing to
Yes.
So that way we're not affected by the curse, the shadow curse.
That's exactly what you need. So
okay, yeah, no, that's what we wanted. So, but still, it was just funny how, like, we figured it out.
very good. That's good.
I'm so, like, I could have been experiencing this a year ago, and I waited a whole year to play this game.
But you know what? It's okay. You're playing it with, like, the best of the updates and everything.
I was gonna
so.
yes,
Yeah.
that's true, because now it's like the most up to date version.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
You're gonna make me
But,
want to install it just to play with mods and have fun.
yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be against going through another playthrough, like just doing so many different stuff.
I mean, that's what I did. I played by myself with a bunch of different characters. Because when you're playing online with other people, they have their own characters, so you don't get to see a lot of the the other people's stories.
Right.
So, playing by myself, doing my own thing, was just super fantastic, really great.
Yeah. It also makes me want to, like, because I know you did the same thing, to go, like, to their other games, to Divinity Original Sin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, Divinity Original Sin was part 2 is what we played, because I didn't play part
2.
1.
Yeah.
2 was fantastic. but it's really hard, and it's a step back in terms of like graphics and gameplay.
Of
It
course,
was
of
still
course.
really great game. I really loved it.
I feel like the bad graphics only means games are good to me. Maybe this
I
is
mean, if
my
you're
own.
going back, you expect it to like have
I mean,
not worse. I won't say worse, but like
it
less.
wasn't
Just
terrible. It was just like you can tell there's a leap from Divinity Original Sin 2 to Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be bad, but like normally, especially for us, I can imagine that our favorite games now would not compare to like the graphics of the games now.
To be fair, though, a lot of like the older games that like I have nostalgia for, like I still like the style, like Kingdom Hearts. That style, it still holds up to me.
That style will
I
never
don't
go
know.
out of
Maybe
order.
it's just me. Maybe it's just me.
No, it's not just you. I think we'll never go out.
But yeah, I got back. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I got back into Balatro.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's funny because I saw like a thumbnail of it like on a YouTube video, and I was just like, oh yeah, I stopped playing that. I should probably play it. And then I played it, and I was like, yeah, I'm addicted again.
Oh god.
But yeah, so that's what I've been playing.
All right, that's great. Let's jump into the news, right? So last week we talked about how GTA was delayed, and it was sort of like a sigh of relief along the industry where games can now start releasing this year without having to worry about GTA on their backs. Well, just a few days later, we got a trailer. So Grand Theft Auto 6 released trailer number 2, and it was absolutely fantastic. Everybody's seen the trailer by now. Everybody's knows the trailer. It was captured on a base PS5. It looked absolutely incredible. The things they're sort of now going through the trailer frames by frame to see the things that Rockstar has been cooking up these past 10 to 13 years that they've been trying to develop this game. Let me just tell you, some of these things are absolutely crazy. Between the bubbles in the beer, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And then like where they're walking, the pebbles kicking up as they walk. This is on a base PS5. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic when it comes out on PC. This game is gonna be trend setting.
Yeah, I'm honestly, it's crazy how Rockstar continues to raise the bar in terms of what is capable of like the hardware that they work on, and it also like justifies why they focus on console as opposed to like releasing on PC as well. I mean, you can make the argument that they're doing it just because, money. They want people to double dip and stuff like that, but when you focus so much on like 2 platforms, well, maybe it's like technically it's 4, but when you focus on like a limited amount of platforms, you're able to push those platforms to their absolute limit. I remember when GTA 5 came out, or like when they showed it off, I was just like, how is this capable on a 360, on a PS3? How are they able to do it?
Yeah.
And they did it. And now we're basically just doing the same thing, but now with the Xbox Series X and S and PS5. It really just encapsulates how great Rockstar is of a developer. And say what you want about the publisher, Take-Two, they're greedy, they're money hungry, microtransactions heavy and stuff like that, but Rockstar is very, like, honestly, they're probably the developer of, like, I was gonna say the generation, but multiple generations. Like they define an era of gaming, and honestly, like, I don't know who else can really top them. So like I don't know. It's so crazy just to look at what is in the trailer. Because like people were comparing like the GTA 5 trailers to what actually released, and it's very, very similar. Obviously, there's some changes, but if this is what we're gonna get next year, then this is amazing. Like I honestly don't think any game can look better. At least not for a long time, or unless the PC version releases and then they do a bunch of mods for it. But still, it's crazy what they can accomplish, and
Absolutely.
Rockstar definitely is among the upper echelon of video game developers, and in terms of like fidelity and performance and stuff like that. Now, if this game is able to run at 60 frames per second, then they're freaking god tier. But I don't think that's gonna be the case.
I'll be honest with you. They've been, because they did Red Dead Redemption 2. The fidelity and the graphics in that game for 2018 was absolutely mind blowing. Because you could still go back today, play Red Dead 2, and it's like, this was 2018. Like it
Right.
looks better than some games that came out this year. You know,
I was gonna say no, Rockstar has been a multiple generational thing, because like remember the highest selling game for PlayStation 2 was San Andreas.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3, I think it was GTA 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for PlayStation 4 and continuing has always been GTA 5. So I can only imagine every time a Rockstar game comes out, it's always like gonna
Yeah,
push
it's
something.
It's like what do they call it? The water cooler moment or something like that, where like everybody's talking about. Like people at my job were talking about it. Like
Yeah.
and they were pissed off when they got delayed. That just like, oh shit, like why are they delaying this stuff like that? People are contemplating buying a console because that like one of my
Absolutely.
coworkers, he's like a PC gamer, so he's contemplating buying a console just for this
Just
game,
for-
and I'm just like, that's
what
crazy.
GTA is one of the 4 games I think people will buy another console for.
That's
It's like-
yeah.
It's
I would,
GTA.
honestly,
I would say
GTA is the game. Like everybody's gonna buy this game.
Oh yeah. Because remember when it came out, like for me, I was 23 when GTA
damn.
5 came out. People were like 15, 16 when it came out, and they're like, they're
You're
like
old.
28 now. So it's like, so many people who grew up with GTA 5 alone. I grew up with Grand Theft Auto 3 for crying out loud. So seeing all these people who grew up with GTA 3, GTA 4, 5, San Andreas, all these games now finally get to play Grand Theft Auto 6 on a modern console. It's just gonna sell like gangbusters. They don't even care. People don't care what the price is gonna be, whether it's $80 or $100. People are gonna buy it, and they'll buy it multiple times if they have to.
absolutely.
Yeah. GTA is GTA is just that type of game.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I have a theory about like stuff regarding GTA and stuff like that, but this is related to another story that we're going to talk about. But GTA is like, everybody knows about the game. The fact that GTA 5 is like one of the most selling games in history, like ever. Like I'm pretty sure it's like third or fourth place behind like Minecraft and Tetris. Like GTA 5 is up there, like of the highest selling game, and it continues to sell. It's crazy. Like I remember for a long time, like even just like the past few months, GTA 5 has been like among the top like 20 selling games. Like how? I don't understand. Like why are people still buying this game? It doesn't make any sense, but it's that's how much of an impact it has.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, if you put it objectively, it doesn't make. But then you say, "Oh, it's a Grand Theft Auto." You're like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense."
It just shows that like with each entry of the franchise, that it's increased in quality, in fidelity, in performance, in story, in everything. It's always up the ante, and I think that's what sets it apart from other franchises, where other games try to play it safe. They do the same things. It's like it's a sequel, but it's like more of the same. But GTA just manages to do more, and it's crazy how they continue to find ways to do more.
Yeah.
But that trailer, I mean, aside from like the story stuff, like the story could be very bare bones. It's everything else
Yeah.
that makes it desirable, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Definitely, I can't wait for this game to come out. I'm gonna buy
And that's
it.
not even, they haven't even talked about like GTA Online or anything like that. This is just a story. And I think this trailer, the second trailer, compared to the other second trailers for like GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, this is their most viewed trailer. I think it's like 800 million or something like that. Something crazy.
Yeah, because we all grew up. We all have our own money now. And we're all like, bring it on, Rockstar. We want this game now. So people are itching to play it. We're itching to have any information on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. This was the most
But it-
information that we've gotten in a few years.
Mhm.
So,
Very
that
true.
being said, I still think it's getting delayed to like next fall. But
right.
we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
On to the next. I'm sick and tired of you with these delays.
He doesn't respect you at this point. I'm gonna tell you.
Let's keep moving forward. So we had some news about the Activision Microsoft merger. Has been upheld by U.S. Appeals Court. So the FTC's bid to block the $69 billion deal has been finally squashed. The federal judge has denied any and all appeals, and it is full steam ahead for Microsoft. Although this was already like, all right, they weren't going to win anyway. This has just sort of solidified it in court, you know. We knew this was a done deal. That was it. But yeah, this is officially over now. The FTC has lost in appeals, and it is done with. That's it. The merger can successfully go through, even though it has successfully gone through. I think now officially we'll start seeing, let's hope we start seeing more Activision titles being released, older Activision titles being released on Microsoft Xbox consoles and PC. We got to bolster up that Game Pass, but I don't know how much can we bolster up Game Pass. Game Pass has been on an absolute roll. This between last month and this month, it's been killing it. So
Yeah, it does bring up the question of how much they've been holding back because of this like litigation that was still kind of happening in the background.
Yeah.
Um
Sometimes
I
you gotta
do
be
think-
sure.
Well, yeah, so I think that a lot of people forgot about this stuff, and I think they knew that this was still potential. I don't want to say a threat, but it was still something that they had to keep their eye on. We all knew that it was gonna be, passed, and the FTC's attempts were gonna be squashed. But it was just the fact that it was still ongoing that they had to kind of play coy and stuff like that. Also, could be why. We'll talk about it later. Why they've been porting more games and franchises to PlayStation to show the FTC that they are not trying to hurt PlayStation with this acquisition. They are indeed like helping them and, releasing stuff on a broader platform or a broader scope, so that way it can show the courts that this acquisition isn't doing harm to anybody. Yeah, we'll see what happens and like what comes of this, because now Microsoft is free and clear to do whatever they want now that the FTC's bid or appeal has been done. Yeah, we'll see what this means. It could mean nothing. It could mean something. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But it's fine. It's good that we're finally done with this, because honestly, I completely forgot about it myself.
yes,
I thought we were done with this last year, but apparently not.
No, it's been a long fight. The FTC, kept trying and trying. Also has.
I remember I was listening to the court hearings, because they released the public Zoom call, so that way you could listen in. I was listening to that.
Me too.
It was so that's how deep in this I was, and it was so interesting just to hear like the inside talk and stuff like that, how people view things, and to hear like Bobby Kotick say that he basically openly said like Game Pass is like against what Activision has strived for and stuff like that. At least he was being honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's finally put to bed, The
Yes.
FTC has failed. Microsoft can move forward. And let's hope that this means for us consumers more games. Because Activision has a plethora of games that they can release and put on Game Pass and just make them available for us consumers. So I hope this means that we can do that. We can have those games.
Give me Prototype, you cowards.
Well, they're still selling Prototype 1 and 2. You could get a bundle for both Prototype 1 and 2 right now for like $14 on Xbox.
For real?
For real. They have an Activision sale right now.
Oh shit.
You want it? Boom, buy it. $14 for both games.
Okay.
He said, okay.
I'm about to do that now.
He's like, I'm loading up right now. Say less.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
no,
More stuff for his fucking back catalog. No.
Prototype Biohazard bundle.
Yeah.
I swear to
Oh, snap.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Here we go.
I'm also,
Okay.
you know what? I haven't played.
Thank you so much.
I haven't played Call of Duty Infinite. I was thinking about picking it up because it's only $20. The Xbox got some really good sales, but I think this.
Yeah, no, they have
sales,
the Activision sale that's going on right now.
I think it's like sales that are like, "Hey, buy us," and then next month it's gonna be like, "Hey, all these games are on Game Pass."
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's why a
know.
lot of people are very hesitant about buying these games because it's just like Microsoft owns them. They should be going to Game Pass soon, but they're not. So it's like, why? I don't know.
yeah,
but
who knows?
Still, hopefully now that they're free and clear, no, hurdles that they have to follow or to pass, they can just do whatever they want now. I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. We have some Nintendo and Palworld news. As you know, Nintendo has been suing Palworld for copyright infringements, and we got an update. So the Palworld creator and publisher Pocket Pairs recently released a news update via social media on Twitter about disappointing changes made to Palworld caused by the ongoing patent infringement dispute with Nintendo. Their release statement reads, "Furthermore, we regret to inform our players that with the implementation of patch 0.55, we must make yet another compromise. From this patch onward, gliding will be performed using a glider rather than with pals. Pals in the player's team will still provide passive buffs to gliding, but players will now need to have a glider in their inventory in order to glide. We understand that this will be disappointing for many, just as it is for us, but we hope our fans understand that these changes are necessary in order to prevent further disruptions to the development of Palworld." So Nintendo has told them, well, I guess the judge has told them that they can't use gliding with their pals in Palworld because it infringes on Nintendo's patents, which makes zero sense to me, simply because you don't glide on Pokemon in Pokemon.
Right.
That makes no sense, So, I mean, you may fly on Pokemon using fly. You may get on it to like ride a Pokemon, but you never glide with Pokemon. That doesn't make any sense. In Palworld, you can glide using, well, you used to be able to glide with your pal, like a flying pal, you could glide with it. But now you can't. You need a glider, which doesn't make any sense. Makes zero sense. Just more anti-consumer stuff from Nintendo.
Yeah, this whole thing is just straight bullshit, honestly. Like I've played every single Pokemon game, and the closest thing I can think of was in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, where you can ride like a flying Pokemon, but it wasn't gliding. Like you were just on them, and then you can walk, like you can move around the map and stuff like that. And even in what was it, Legends Arceus, that was like the first game that you were able to use like something that you can glide on, and even then it wasn't a Pokemon. So I don't know where this is coming from, and maybe Pokemon patented it specifically because they planned on doing something like that later on, but didn't do it yet. Because that's one of those things that a lot of companies do, where they'll patent stuff specifically not because they plan on using it, just so nobody else can use it. So many companies have done this, and it's so stupid, and I hate this.
Yeah.
And the fact that Nintendo is trying to capitalize on, and granted, we don't know the specifics, but the fact that they feel it necessary to change that stuff, it kind of leans into the fact that Nintendo is putting pressure on them to, or at least their lawyers are telling them they probably should do this. Just shows that it's Nintendo that is doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, this is so stupid. I don't even play Palworld, so like I ultimately, like, my care for this is not that much. I just fucking hate Nintendo. Like I just hate that they're doing this shit.
Yeah.
Like, why should they get away with this? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and they specifically say like flying is unaffected, but gliding is what's affected. It literally has zero. It makes zero sense. They're just doing it to be bullies. That's all they are. That's all I see. They're just being bullies. They don't want anybody to have success in the sort of like pocket monster, realm or world. Which Palworld, I've played a ton of Palworld. There is absolutely zero like aspects of Pokemon in Palworld besides it is like a creature in the wild that you could catch. That's it.
Yeah, and they even changed that too. Like, you can't use a ball to catch or like summon a monster.
Well,
like, you have to.
You can still use it, but it's a different animation that they put so they don't like get in trouble with the lawyers. Basically,
So dumb.
it really is. It is absolutely dumb. It's completely anti-competitive, from Nintendo, anti-consumer, because this has absolutely zero to do with Nintendo. It's just dumb all around. I hate it.
You guys are just so customer by it. It's so funny.
What?
I love it. Of course they're gonna have the big design. This is really funny. It's a lawyer thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's not only, it's a lot of, it's like, it can be a lot of things that like Nintendo's like, oh, we can't do that. I'm not surprised they changed. I'm not surprised they didn't change more, to be fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
who knows what they'll change, you know what I'm saying? Because apparently Nintendo gets his way every time.
And that's the problem with this whole situation. It's just like,
To be-
if Nintendo can do this, what else can they do?
Yeah.
To be fair, when Power all came out, we all thought like, damn, Nintendo's gonna be on their ass eventually.
And that's also a fair point. Like, literally, when we were talking about it, when they showed off the trailers, we were just like, oh, it's
Pokemon with guns.
Pokemon with guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all thought like, damn, Pokemon's gonna get on their case eventually. Eventually, it did happen.
Yeah, but this didn't take away from Pokemon. It didn't take away from Nintendo, and that's the point. It doesn't take anything away. This game is just an indie game that was developed with a small indie team. This has nothing to do with the gigantic, corporation of Nintendo, Pocket Pair, and
look,
creators of Pokemon. Just had nothing to do with it.
You gotta take the small victory, because you need to understand Nintendo could have had this whole thing shut down and not have them play at all. They're like, yo, change them things, and then it's all good. We just don't want some of these things changed. And those ones like, all right, like, just be happy you still have Power, because they could shut that whole server down.
Listen. Yeah, I was actually watching a video about like Nintendo lawsuits and stuff like that, and they've been very like they've honed in on stuff that will potentially affect them and their business, and they've let a lot of because they mainly going after mods and stuff like that.
Oh, they let a lot of things slide.
I've definitely
they let
seen
a lot
some
of things.
They do let a lot of things slide, but stuff that could affect their business for like future Pokemon games, they go after. And I think they saw the rise of popularity in Palworld, and that's what they were just like, oh, we can't let this game be as popular as it is.
We got to take some things away from it. More than
yeah,
because They could have been like, we want the servers down. We made from it back like to us. They could have asked for some outrageous things.
Yeah, they could have taken out Palworld like from the get go, because they've done
They're like,
that for like
nah.
other mods and stuff like that. But maybe because this was more of a like an actual game than a mod, that they just thought, oh, maybe they're then doing something different. I don't know, but yeah, Nintendo. Fuck Nintendo. That's it.
Yeah.
Jesus
fuck 'em.
Christ. Jesus Christ. Swear to God.
Let's
But you guys
do
have
some
to
more Nintendo bashing, because
Oh,
Nintendo
no.
America might turn your Switch console into an expensive paperweight. That's right. If you mod your console or install any quote unquote unauthorized games, a new policy warns that it can brick your console. So that's it. It's done. So this is part of the new user account or the end user agreement. If you play a game, download a game on the Switch that is not brought through Nintendo's, retailers or do their e-store, and they deem it unlicensed video game, they can completely just brick your console, and you have can't do nothing about it because you signed that agreement when you purchased it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of par for the course for Nintendo and stuff like that. Like they've done this before. It's more of a scare tactic to try and discourage people from trying to do stuff with their Switch, or Switch 2, because like that's not gonna stop people from like homebrewing and stuff like that. So I really don't think this is gonna be much of a deterrent, but it's just the fact that they're still trying to stop people. Like, it's funny because like you look at like what Xbox has done, not to like, harp on like Xbox and like think they're like the greatest thing ever, but if you look at what they've done, like literally they allowed you to, well, through developer mode, they allow you to install third-party apps that you can create yourself, and basically allow your Xbox to do whatever you want it to do. And the fact that maybe at the time they openly endorsed it and stuff like that. Maybe now they're a little bit hesitant to endorse it, but it's still available. Like, you can still go and pay, I think it's like $20, to put your console in developer mode, and you can literally like run emulators on your Xbox. You can run PS2 emulators, GameCube emulators, and stuff like that. Obviously, Xbox is not going to advertise that, but the fact that they support it is what they like what makes the platform better. But Nintendo, they're trying to actively like prevent people from doing that stuff, because they want you to subscribe to Nintendo Online and get the Nintendo or the NES emulator and the GameCube emulator and stuff like that. Yeah, it's just it's a stark contrast to like philosophy in how they old or not hardware, but like legacy hardware, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I genuinely don't trust Nintendo with this stuff, and I don't like that they're doing this, and it's just more of a deterrent for me, like for getting a Switch 2, because like not that I would do this stuff, or like I would like try to homebrew it and stuff like that, but still, like the fact that like they're trying to actively deter me from doing it, it's just like, why, Nintendo?
Yeah, and I don't get it. I mean, I get they want people to buy their games, they want people to not do anything nefarious on their console, but just being able to brick a console,
It's a bit. It's a very bit extreme.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's one thing to like maybe block your account or something like that, but to just shut down your console entirely is just like, come on.
Yeah, it's dumb.
The whole thing no longer works. Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah,
But hey, they got your money, so what do they care?
exactly.
Exactly why I don't want people to just go in droves and buy the Switch 2. Like, just wait. Just wait. Maybe Nintendo will see. But that's wishful thinking.
Yeah. Well, let's move on from the Nintendo bashing because we already said fuck Nintendo. Let's
Yes.
go on some Microsoft news. So VP Jason Ronald announces a new open role at Microsoft, and it's for a principal software engineer for the purpose of keep as they come help build the next evolution of Xbox game compatibility. Join the Xbox platform team to leverage your system in security engineer experience to secure the future of game preservation. And he says your work will help identify and outline the specific requirements and security boundaries for protecting game content, build scalable emulation solutions, and ensure a safe and fun gameplay experience for all players. Because our technology solutions are a critical part of enabling the Xbox goal of allowing players to experience their games on any device. So that just means right there that we're going to have more backwards compatibility. It is not dead. We're going to have more games come out on more devices or any device, like it said so. And that's just really great.
Yeah. I think this plays more into Xbox's strategy going forward, because what we've seen with the console price increases and stuff like that, and I alluded to it in the beginning, although it was in a joking way, everything seems to be moving in PC. Like, everything is going towards PC, at least for like Xbox as far as they're concerned. The PC is gonna be like the future. In terms of what the emulation side of things, this may sound crazy, and a lot of people have denied that this is what they're gonna do. I truly believe that Xbox is trying to find a way to kind of combine their I guess ecosystem, or not ecosystem, but like try to combine PC and console, so that way it's just one ecosystem. I don't know how they're gonna do that, and I don't know what the logistics are, or what in terms of licensing, with publishers and stuff like that. It just seems like that's where it's going, because everything that they've been doing has been hinting towards combining that those players, PC and console, at least on the Xbox side.
I mean, there's Microsoft. Well, it was a company that was going to do it. I would guess it would be Microsoft.
Right. And they have a lot of, I don't want to say pull, but if anybody can do it, it's probably them, because they've done a lot of stuff in the past with backwards compatibility. Like, so many people with the 360 thought it was impossible to emulate, and Xbox proved them wrong, and they were able to get 360 emulation running on Xbox One and future consoles and stuff like that. So I think the next step is to get that, where 360 original Xbox and Xbox Series and Series S, Xbox One, everything in the back catalog that's already playable on current gen consoles or current gen Xboxes, playable on PC.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they're gonna do this, because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that they would have to get working, but it just seems like that's where they're going for it. And if they can pull this off, they would I don't even know how to say it. It's like they would pull off the most, I can't describe, it's like a heist. Like, they would pull off the most impossible task from the gaming industry standpoint that everybody thought was impossible. Like, and then we're gonna talk about this later. Like with the new portable, the Asus ROG Ally 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
That the Xbox version is gonna have. Like, that is gonna be like the baseline, and then it's gonna go up from there. Like, sorry, I'm just like I'm spitballing my ideas right now. So
That's a little, yeah, you are.
but
This is the fantasy draft for you at this point.
yeah. So I think going forward, like all PC and Xbox purchases, like the licenses are gonna be combined. So that way on future hardware that's gonna be more PC based is gonna be able to run everything you were able to run previously on consoles and on PC. And that's just my idea. I know it's crazy and a lot of people don't think it's possible, but it's just like, why else would Xbox be pushing so hard for like a PC expansion? That's the only thing that makes sense for me. And like, you see everything that they're doing, you see they're porting to like PlayStation and stuff like that. It only makes sense if they're able to combine everything. Like GTA 6 for an example. Imagine if they're able to, because right now, at least according to like Rockstar and stuff like that, they're the only consoles that are, or the only platforms that are supported is PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Imagine if Xbox was able to allow for like backwards compatibility for like future PC hardware to play Series S and X games, that you're able to play GTA 5 on a PC through Xbox.
Well,
That
can't you? I mean, through Xbox, but also can't you do that now with GeForce Now?
I can code.
well, that if GeForce Now supports it, because now they have to go through like the licensing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe back when GeForce Now was in like the beginning stages, they probably would have done that, but I think they have to support it. I do think that there is a strategy that Xbox is putting in place where you can play your console games on PC. Essentially, that's like the baseline. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I feel like that's where they're going towards. Otherwise, everything that they're doing doesn't make sense. and we'll talk about more about like the Gears of War stuff. But I feel like if that's the play, then I don't know. They might be cooking here.
Maybe they may be cooking. And you know what? After the release or the final release with the FTC being gone, they have they're the biggest publisher in the world right now. They have unimaginable amount of games they can bring to all systems, you know, and remaster or remake or just re-release games that will make them a ton of money, you know. And speaking of making a ton of money, they just announced a new Gears of War game, Gears of War Reloaded, which is a sort of remaster of the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, and it will be available on Xbox, on PC, and for the very first time on PlayStation 5. That's right. Gears of War on PlayStation 5 is completely unheard of. It's absolutely crazy. The internet earlier on this week was taken by storm when they heard that Gears of War, which is sort of that tentpole Xbox franchise where you had to buy an Xbox in order to play Gears of War, you being on PlayStation is absolutely huge.
Yeah, it feels wrong to say Gears of War is coming to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Like that was like the one, like Forza, okay. Maybe you can make an argument for like Forza. But we probably should have seen this coming. Like once Forza went, because that was the joke. Like it was always Halo, Gears, Forza. That was the three Xbox franchises that were just like pure Xbox. And then we got Forza going to PlayStation. So, and then everybody was kind of, oh, I guess it makes sense. It's an older game and stuff like that. Now we got Gears. Granted, it's a remaster of the first Gears. It's not a collection, which I had to find out because there was so many like people talking about it. Like I heard like outlets saying that, oh, this is a collection. This is just the first game of it that they were talking about. No, this is just the first game. It's not Gears 2. It's not Gears 3, not 4, not 5. Just the first game. That's going to all the platforms. Still, it feels wrong
Yeah.
to say that this is going to PlayStation. Granted, I do ultimately support the idea because more people, and even in our group chat, brother Jay, he was talking about he was a Gears of War fan. Like there was one, he's a PlayStation guy, but there was one franchise that he always like wished he could play more of, which was Gears of War, and now he can play it. So like in the end, it does make sense. Like if you're trying to get more people to your to experience your franchise, why not do it with a remaster? Do I think like this means everything is going? Because that's the next line of questioning. Like if Gears of War is coming to PlayStation, that means everything is coming, right? I don't think so. I think they're taking essentially what PlayStation has done and just porting their older entries of their franchises to, well, at least for PlayStation, they've been porting it to PC. I think that's what Xbox is doing. They're porting their older entries into different platforms so that way when they want people to experience the more newer entries, aka Gears E-Day, which is most likely coming out next year, they have to go either Xbox or PC to experience it. Will it work? Who knows? Because once you open the floodgates, once you put Gears 1, people are going to expect Gears 2 and 3 and then 4. Like they're going to expect it, and that's just human nature. I mean, if you look at the like Game Pass as an example, there's a lot of people, I mean, granted, I don't know how many people actually do this, but they'll see a game go into Game Pass and they'll just be like, oh, I won't get the new game. I'll just wait for it to come to Game Pass because it's just going to come to Game Pass anyway. There's a lot of people with that mentality. But I feel like a lot of PlayStation players will just be the same thing. If they see Gears 1 coming, they'll be like, I'll just wait for Gears 2. And then I'll wait for Gears 3. And then, so on and so forth. The same thing for like Halo and Fable and all the other games that Xbox is known for. Who knows if it's gonna happen? It just seems like that's what it's leaning towards. But ultimately, this is gonna help out Xbox because one of the main things is that they're not like while Game Pass is great for consumers, we don't know how great it is for like Xbox as a publisher, and they have to find growth wherever they can. So PlayStation is a form of growth for them, and so is Switch and Switch 2. I'm assuming Switch 2 will get some games eventually. Yeah. So
the whole hope with it will be a collection or maybe a collection was stemming from that the original Halo Master Chief Collection was just supposed to be a remaster of Halo 2, and then it turned out to have literally every single Halo that came out up to that point in it. So they're sort of hoping that this Gears of War Reloaded will eventually put 2 and 3, like a remaster of 2 and 3 into it. The same way the Master Chief Collection got, Halo 1, 2, 3, 4, and a couple other like Reach and ODST. So like that's like the hope behind the whole Gears of War Reloaded being a whole collection. Right now it is not a collection. I know Brother Matt really wanted it to be a collection, and he's hoping for that train of thought to go about from the Halo Master Chief Collection to this being in the collection, but right now it is just Gears of War 1, and I think it's a decent strategy from Xbox. They've always been a software company, and they're taking their software and they're putting it everywhere so they can make more money. Ultimately, that's what companies and corporations want. They want more money, and if they can tap into the potential of 150 plus million console users over on PlayStation, they will, and that's exactly what they're doing. We don't have to like it, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. Ultimately, I'm on Xbox. I have Game Pass Ultimate. I have a PC. I'm gonna get to play this game for free. You have to ditch out
Yeah.
$40, $50, whatever it's gonna cost. You're gonna have to ditch out as a PlayStation player to play this game where I get a free upgrade. I know PlayStation's not used to free upgrades. They have to pay for their but yeah, we get it for free. So we are not the same.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's not gonna make that much of a difference. I do wonder if this is more of a play to basically show PlayStation that there is a benefit to porting to. I mean, they already seen like PlayStation ports to PC and stuff like that, but like the PC sales compared to like the PlayStation sales are not that great. It's always like a few years later. I do wonder like if Xbox is porting their tentpole franchises like Forza, like Gears, maybe Halo eventually. Does that persuade PlayStation to do the same? Because as of this recording, I think the top 3 games that are selling on PlayStation are Xbox games.
Yep.
Gears, Forza, and Oblivion. And I'm sure there's other games as well, but it's just like there's no PlayStation games on there. And granted, they don't have much in the lineup right now, but it's just like, why not do the same to them? Like, clearly, Xbox is making money off of your consumer base. Why wouldn't you try to do the same to them?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're getting some money off of it. It's like 30%. But still, why not get that 70%? Or maybe you can convince them to do 80%. Because during the FTC trials, we saw that Xbox was willing to do an 80-20 split for publisher like revenue split or whatever, because Activision basically threatened to take Call of Duty off of Xbox if they didn't do it. So why not do that? Why not try to like make a better deal for yourself? And it's not like they don't have the franchises to do it with. They have God of War. Literally, you can just do one game, God of War. 2018 rather. If that comes to Xbox, that's gonna sell like cakes. Or The Last of Us Part 1, that's gonna sell a lot. Or Uncharted, you could probably do the collection because I mean that's already old. But
Baby Shark do.
still,
I don't know.
the fact
I really, honestly, I played God of War. I played Spider-Man. I played all those.
or
games
Spider-Man,
already.
yeah.
I don't care about them anymore. Like I played and beat them. Bye, they're done. Those are
I
one
think-
and done games.
I think it's more of just that PlayStation is trying to get revenue wherever they can.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving to PC to do so, and it's not panning out as they thought. I think they could find an audience on Xbox.
They're good. They probably should. But life isn't that way.
That is true. But
Let them find
either
them on
way,
their own.
we're probably gonna see more of these tempo franchises from Xbox on PlayStation. We're probably gonna see Halo. If Gears went, Halo's gonna go. We're probably gonna see the Master Chief Collection, at least the first Halo game, the Anniversary. That's probably gonna get ported to Switch 2 and PS5. But still, there has to be a reason for this. They can't just be doing it just for money. It just doesn't make sense. You can make money other ways, but still, it's a big move from them,
Yeah.
and one that nobody saw coming. Because I know a lot of people were talking about the collection and stuff like that, And there was talk that maybe it would come to PlayStation, but nobody, at least from my perspective, nobody really took that seriously. But now we see Gears of War is on PlayStation. And my only thing, and this is just coming from me, I'm pissed because it's coming out the same week as the Metal Gear Solid Delta. So I'm not going to be able, well, not that I'm not going to be able to play it, but
No,
I'm
you'll
going to
be
be focused on that game. I'm going to be focused on Metal Gear Solid while everybody's focused on Gears of War.
Listen, I'm jumping in day one. I'm gonna be smashing them PlayStation noobs.
And I'm telling this, I don't know if he's listening. Brother Jay, you better, I know you don't play multiplayer games. You're playing with us, okay? Day one, we're going into multiplayer. I don't care. You were talking about Gears of War so many times that you wanted to play it. Now's your chance. You're going to get murked.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
yes. And that's all we got for the news. You know,
We're
That's all we
boarding you
had.
guys.
And that goes out to you, Tay. I know
Look,
you
See, here's the problem. You think I'm playing Gears of War the whole time. Just because I
All
don't
right.
have to
We're going to see. August
I'll just-
29th. I think that's what the release date is. August 29th.
say, bet. That's going to be the first recording of that. Me fucking you up.
We'll live stream it. How about that?
Ooh, let's go.
All right. That'll do it for us. Thank you for listening. If you're listening to us on a podcast, you can like and share us and rate us. That will help us out tremendously. If you're watching on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. We've been doing this for 100 episodes. So
It's been fun.
it
And
has
we
been.
we probably got another hundreds of thousands in us. Because
Yeah.
it keeps me here.
Lord willing, right?
More woman.
And remember to support our sponsors that are in the description. NordVPN, W Energy, and Starforge PCs. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye-bye.